What's up, fam? It's your boy Heaven Hollywood, and we are back on IE Network, and this is the Heaven Hollywood Report. And let's get to it. Shout out to my sponsor, BehindTheIndustry.blog. Make sure you check them out on all mobile devices in the world wide web. Before we get started, please make sure that you like, comment, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you don't miss one video. Let's go on. Let's get it kicked off. Get it sexy. Get it sexy. So SexyyrEd and Bruno Mars joint. That juicy and wet. Hey, hey. Y'all check out my video. I did a reaction video to it. Got juicy and wet. And that song has made it to #1 on the Spotify new music list. It was already at 1 million views on the video within 12 hours. And people are liking the vibe, man. Like I said, it was a random collab, but I like the song. I like the beat. And it's definitely, Bruno said he wanted to make a strip club anthem. It's going to definitely be a bop. That song may get to actually top 10 on Billboard. He may have a strip club anthem that actually reaches the top 10 on Billboard. We have to keep an eye on that. But SexyyrEd is now... You want to say she's officially mainstream? You probably have to say so, especially if she gets a top 10 hit off of this. If she gets a top 10 hit off of this, SexyyrEd, Big Sexy, is going to be officially mainstream. So, now I saw a lot of people in the comments saying, this is ridiculous, the way music, Bruno, this is below him and beneath him, and this is what we have to listen to, and so and so. But you have to remember something. Y'all dictate what music they play, right? So for when you say, oh, shoving so-and-so down our throat, well, if you don't swallow it, they won't keep shoving it down your throat, right? So if you refuse to swallow and you say, I'm not supporting this, I'm not clicking on this, I'm not viewing this, I'm not buying this, I'm not streaming this, they will, and you start going and doing that to music of what you consider more substance. There's still older school artists out that are putting out music that you used to like, that used to be considered music of substance, but y'all aren't buying those artists' records. If you go out and support the Mary J. Bliges and support the Nas's, the rappers, that the Redmans, and you support them the same way you're supporting these new artists, then they will start putting back out music of substance because they see that you're buying it. But if you're not going to buy it and support it, they're going to this is a business at the end of the day. They're going to put out exactly what y'all are paying, exactly what y'all are streaming. So you can't continue saying, oh, they shoving SexyyrEd down our throat. You're swallowing SexyyrEd. Pause. You're swallowing Sexy. So listen, it is what it is, man. Bruno Mars is tapping into the ratchet, strip hop. Because why is he doing that? He sees it as selling. He sees that that's what everybody's into. Now, if y'all don't want to continue seeing that type of music, then stop consuming it and stop buying it. But you can't expect them to stop making that sort of music if it's selling. That's hustling backwards. That's not smart business. And, people cannot say that there is not music or substance out there. Y'all just ain't buying it. So if you want to change, start buying, streaming, consuming music with more substance, and then everybody else will hop on board. So shout out to SexyyrEd and Bruno Mars. Moving on to the greatest pop star of the 21st century, Beyonce. And Beyonce looks like once again she was snubbed. So she just got snubbed at the iHeart Awards, looks like. But she looks to be favorite to become the first black woman to win Album of the Year since 1999. I believe 1999 was Lauryn Hill, was the Miseducation of Lauryn Hill, at the Grammys. this year is Cowboy Carter is now the favorite to win. Now, I don't know, how they are predicting a lot of these sites. I believe Ford's predicted it. I'm looking at this site called Pop Fusion. They're predicting that Cowboy Carter is now the odds-on favorite to win. The Guardian also predicted Cowboy Carter to win Album of the Year. Music Data, based on ballot entries. Based on ballot entries, they're doing like the mock ballot entries or whatever. Cowboy Carter is favorite now to win Album of the Year. And that would be amazing for Beyonce. Knows we can get this black woman who has just been crowned the 21st century's greatest pop star. If she could then come back and counter that with finally grabbing that available Album of the Year. Oh, that'd be so good. So shout out to Beyonce. Let's hopefully that is true. We gonna pray on it, y'all. We gonna pray on it. That Beyonce, dear Lord, we come before thy throne as humbly as we know how. Lord, please bless Beyonce so she can win this Album of the Year this year, Lord. Please give us this one. Amen. All right, so shout out to Beyonce, man. Moving on to Onika Tanya Mirage. Nicki Minaj, the queen of rap. So Nicki Minaj came on and she left this message on Instagram. And she says, I'm sending a verse to Trinidad Killer when this video gets to 1 million views for everybody missing home, for all my Caribbean people, all my African people, all my Spanish and Portuguese speaking people, all my indigenous people, every race and religion. If your parents had to travel abroad, then send for you for a better life. Read this message at the end of the video. Comment on YouTube. I'll try to respond. The song is on Spotify as well. Big up to all the DJs. She then says, and Barb's, no, Nicki is not off hiatus, and this isn't her typing right now. It's Trinika. Nicki will be back next year. I love you so much. Now, a lot of people took that as Nicki's going to be on hiatus until 2025 or 2026. And, 2026, sorry. Because she left this and she said be back on 2026. Now, couple of things. Number one, she said this isn't Nicki typing, this is Trinika, and she said she's going to send a verse to Trinidad Killer. So I took this one or two ways. Either Nicki Minaj is going to be completely just on hiatus until 2026, or in 2025, she's only going to be dropping Caribbean type music. And she's going to be doing that under Trinika. Right? So that's going to be her alter ego for Trinidadian music, I guess maybe Caribbean, Spanish, right? And then African, maybe some Afro beats. She may be dropping some, but she won't be dropping rap. Nicki Minaj will be back 2026. And the reason why I believe she's doing this is because allegedly she's pregnant again. And this, I'm not going on these rumors from last month, what have you. I just heard this 3 days ago. Right? And the funny thing is, the day that I heard it, later on that day, she put this message up. All right? So allegedly, that's what I heard. Nicki Minaj, wouldn't surprise me. Nicki Minaj has always stated that she wanted, two kids, even way back in the day. So would not surprise me at all if she is pregnant with her second child. We're going to find out, though, and we're going to see if Trinika is going to drop some music and Nicki Minaj not until next year. But keep your eye on that. Pregnancy, she's probably not going to announce it, probably till she's far along or what have you. But that, from what I've been told, she's having another baby. So we'll see if that's true. All right, but shout out to Nicki Minaj and shout out Trinika. Thank you for keeping us updated, Trinika. We appreciate it. And we're gonna close this thing out with your boy Drizzy Drake. UMG responded back to Drake's law petition, and they filed a 140-page motion to dismiss. Right? Found a 140-page motion to dismiss, coming back at Audrey Drake Graham. In a nutshell, they're basically saying that these two artists put a lack of evidence is what they are proclaiming, saying that these two artists were putting out what the culture is known as diss tracks at each other, and this is just a ploy for Drake to try to pressure UMG into not promoting Not Like Us. They said instead of going at the person who he has the problems with, he'd rather make this legal and sue UMG. So they were trying to shade Drake and basically saying, well, how come you don't sue Kendrick? He's the one who said it. But no, instead of suing him, you want to try to sue us because, you probably know it's not going to turn out well if you actually sue Kendrick, and you pretty much will be admitting that he got the best of you, and that, him saying what he said got the best of you, and that's why you lost, so that's why you have a problem. But they're basically saying by you suing us, it looks a little better on you, so you can say, oh, it's not about the battle, because if it was about the battle, I'd be suing Kendrick. But that's pretty much what UMG was saying. Really quickly, just a couple of words. Let's see. Argument. Right. The TCPA protects citizens from retaliatory lawsuits that seek to intimidate or silence them on matters of public concern through a special procedure for the expedited dismissal of such actions. It says here, the stated purpose of TSP is to encourage and safeguard First Amendment rights by summarily disposing of lawsuits designed to chill those rights, not to dismiss meritorious lawsuits. So basically, they're claiming in this lawsuit that they did nothing wrong, they did nothing illegal, they were promoting the record, just like they were promoting Drake's record, and it was Drake's choice to choose to go back and forth with Kendrick Lamar, and they're basically saying, it's not their fault that the people decided to get behind the Kendrick Lamar record. They're going to say that, there's no proof that they use bots or what have you to automatically, prop up Kendrick's record. Now, if it ends up going to trial, it's going to be up to Drake's team to prove that there were bots used for Kendrick Lamar and not bots used for Drake. And, they decided to get behind a narrative after knowing what had happened on Drake's premises. They are denying all claims that they had anything, to do with what happened at Drake's premises. So we're going to see what happens, man. They're basically saying, nah, dismiss this. It's not enough evidence. We're going to find out if Drake's lawyers, I think they get a response. They get a chance to respond. So we'll find out what happens when they respond. It's your boy Heaven Hollywood for the IE Network. Please like, comment, subscribe, and share this video with your friends.